This is an iTalk 1067 Sports exclusive. Local sports are on iTalk 1067 and online at iTalk1067.com. Local sports is presented by Sholo Ford.
The 40, the 30, the 20, 10, touchdown Cougars. Kicks it out for Reisdorf. Reisdorf got the three.
Fastball grounded to third. Backhanded fair ball thrown home.
It's a fair ball. No one covering third and scooting over. Oh, that's Casey Kelly blocked by Gregness.
Also brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Black Diamond Auto Glass, Sunrise Park Resort, Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store, Deemer's Glass, Beeler Orthodontics, Summit Regional Medical Center, and Octopus Car Wash. And now, local sports on iTalk 1067 and iTalk1067.com. Presented by Sholo Ford.
Welcome. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of Little League Softball here on iTalk1067.com. I'm live. This is Blake Murchison listening to Behind the Backstop alongside Camden Smith, bringing you today's Little League Juniors softball game with a matchup between Blue Ridge and White River here in beautiful Lakeside, Arizona. And behind the dish this afternoon, we have Rebecca James catching for Blue Ridge, Kiera Smith on the mound over at third base, Adriana Bermudez playing shortstop this afternoon, Michelle Basinger, second base, Natalie Larson, first base, Amanda Carlson. Out in the outfield, we have Tegan Meek on right field, Drew Colwell on center, and Caitlin Johnson filling up the left fielder spot this game. So as we get started, we'll touch base on the Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center pregame injury report. And Camden, I don't know if you heard anything, but I haven't heard anything about any injuries today. It looks like everybody's here, ready to go. These are the last two games of the season.
Yeah, you know, I think the toughest part for both of these teams is just fielding a team. These girls are obviously very busy. A lot of these kids are involved in multiple sports and, of course, all the summer activities that go on. I think more than injuries, they suffer from just kids going to do different things, you know.
Right. Yeah, so we have a lot of players out today, like Camden mentioned, but we don't have any injuries to report today. So that is our Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center injury report this afternoon. With an advanced diagnostics department and outstanding orthopedic and physical therapy team, Summit Regional Medical Center has everything your athlete needs to get back in the game. And before we get started here, our first batter's coming at the bat. We have our Ace Hardware keys to the game. And, of course, Ace Hardware has a 24/7 locksmith. So next time you get locked out of your car, you just need a key replaced any hour of the day or night, any night of the week. Call Ace Hardware to get they have three helpful locations, Pine Top, Overguard, and Sholo. Camden, what do you see the keys to the game being this afternoon?
Well, I think obviously probably one of the biggest issues for both these teams will be pitching. And as we take a look at the Blue Ridge pitcher right now, Kiera Smith, she has not pitched for a couple of weeks, and so we'll see how she comes out of the gate here. Obviously, both of these teams have good pitching. I think White River has two excellent pitchers, and so we'll look forward to watching those. And I believe pitching today is going to be the key to the game as we see the first ball in and out of the zone from Kiera Smith. Smith was a freshman starter for Blue Ridge, and White River has a freshman starter as well. We'll talk about her as she comes up to bat. I imagine she'll be hitting either 3 or 4 today, as we'll check the lineup for you in a moment. Smith didn't pitch much, got a few starts as a pitcher for Blue Ridge, but spent most of her time as a shortstop for the Yellow Jackets. And so, but what's interesting is, you know, White River had that freshman that started for Blue Ridge this year as well at shortstop periodically, and then in the outfield as Smith is going to give up an infield hit here. Right back up the box. It was a good try there by the second baseman, Larson. She is able to get the grab and throw over to first, but not in time to retire the batter, or hit the runner, I should say.
And that was Whitney, first batter up for the White River team, and she'll be on first base to start things off.
And that's your Ace Hardware keys to the game, brought to you by Ace Hardware of the White Mountains. Now with a 24/7 locksmith. Locked out of your car, need a key replaced, the Ace Hardware's mobile unit will come to you. Ace in Heber, Sholo, and Heber Overguard.
First pitch over to Leilani up at the plate now for the White River team is a strike right down the middle. That'll be 0-1 the count. One runner on for White River. Pitch in the dirt. That'll be a dead ball.
Gets her in the foot. Came inside that time. I'm not sure if she was trying the screwball or not, but Leilani will get down to first base with some free transportation. Already Smith in trouble here with runners at first and second. See this a lot at this level where a kid will take time off from pitching and then comes back just not quite as sharp as they normally would be. That pitch comes inside and catches the inside corner for a strike here.
Jalen up at the plate now.
And another one inside, working the inside on these hitters. Smith has throws 6 pitches, but throws 4 really well. And no score yet here as we are in the top of the first with no outs and 2 runners on.
1 ball, 2 strike the count to Jalen. Runners on first and second.
And the changeup ends up going high. Evens a count at 2-2. Great shot from our crew.
Pitch in the dirt, and the runner's going to go over to third. Throw will be made, but it goes over the head of the third baseman, and that'll put Whitney from White River on base safely. Both runners will advance, so we have runners now at second base and third base. Count is still, is it 2-2 or 3-2
I think
now?
it's full now.
Full count.
Hitter stood here, runners at second and third. Ball 4 gets away from the catcher, and a run's going to come in and score. That's the leadoff hitter.
Whitney.
We have last names for these girls or just first names?
Just first name.
That's a bummer. Well, so Whitney gets across, and we get the cleanup hitter to the plate. Runners at the corners. And another pitch getting away from the catcher. That one looked like catcher just missed it. I'm not sure. It was a little bit low, but a catchable ball there. And the inside pitch here, and our new hitter, Darian. I knew Darian's last name at one point, but now I can't remember. Darian backing out, didn't like the call, but umpire says it catches the inside of the black, and Smith comes back in. Darian getting out of the way from the ball. And now catcher's going to come out and talk to Smith. That's Rebecca James out there catching for the Jackets today. See if we can't hunt down some last names for you on this White River team. So I'm not sure if they were talking about signs or what, but James back at catcher, Smith ready to go. Darian back in the box here. And this one is swung on the inside handle, and it's going to get over the second baseman, Larson, into right field. That'll score 2 as the throw comes into the plate, cut off by Smith in the circle, and that'll chase Darian back to the bag. As Darian gets one off the inside of the handle and plates a couple of runs. It'll be a base hit with a couple of RBIs for Darian.
Nice hit by Darian. Going to bring 2 runs that round to score, putting the score at 3-0. White River bringing Alicia up to the plate. So we have 1 runner on. First pitch in, right down the pike. Fastball is called strike. As Alicia watches that one. So still no outs to report as of yet. Pitch in high, called ball, and we'll make a throw down to the first base just to keep that runner in check.
James with a snap throw to first. It gets in the dirt, and Carlson digs it out nicely.
1-1 the count. Pitch again right down the middle. Swung on and missed by Alicia. That'll put the...
There goes the runner to second. Now she's going to take off to third on an errant throw as the ball got away from the shortstop that time. And that'll put Darien over at third base. Smith looking for her first out.
She will
And
get it.
She gets it there.
Alicia goes down swinging, bringing up Nadine to the plate, number 2 for White River. That's 1 out on the board now. Score 3-0. White River on top. In the top of this first inning. First pitch in the dirt. Runner's going to come home. They're going to make a throw to the plate. Tag is made, but just a little bit late as Darien will come in and score on a pass ball.
Well, and Smith is asking the umpire if she has to slide on that play. The umpire's going to go talk to the coach down there, White River's head coach.
Hey guys, I want to jump in here. This is Ron Everingham in the dugout with the White River team, and I'm talking with the pitcher, Leilani Lister, who's going to be out there in just a minute. Leilani, you're pitching tonight, so you've played Blue Ridge. How did you guys do in the past couple games that you played?
We lost some games and just won one.
Lost 1-1. Is there? Did you pitch last time? And is there anything that you're worried about coming into this game pitching?
No, I'm not worried, and I've pitched the other games.
What are you going to try to do?
Just try to get more strikes in.
Throw strikes. There you go. Back to you guys. Thanks, Leilani.
All right, thanks, Ron. 54 miles an hour on that called strike from Smith. And this is the other Blue Ridge freshman starter, Nadine. And Nadine had an excellent freshman year as a Blue Ridge player. He's not just a starter, but a starter on varsity was Nadine. She played some shortstop and played out in field as well. And the changeup catches the outside edge for a called strike 3. And I'll tell you, Nadine was a hitter that has had the Yellow Jackets numbers in the last few times that they have played.
Bring it up to the plate, Josie, number 5.
Take him out. Yeah. Still trying to set up some things. Still trying to get rosters filled out here. 3-run lead for White River. And the changeup just a little low, and it falls in front of the plate. See the speed difference in that changeup. Smith topping out at about 54 miles an hour with her fastball and then coming back with a 39-mile-an-hour changeup. It's one of her better pitches. Comes upstairs, and strike is called. 2 balls and a strike now to the hitter.
Josie's up at the plate for White River, number 5. And pitch right down the middle, called strike 2. That'll bring us to a full count.
One of the problems for Smith today is that she's, as a 15-year-old, only allowed 50 pitches. She's going to get a bunch of them in this inning right here.
Pitch swung on and missed for strike number 3, and Kira Smith will strike out the side. We'll take a quick break here, a 1-minute break, and we'll be right back. You're listening to Sholo Ford's presentation of Little League Softball here on iTalk1067.com.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Hey, what are you going to throw right here? Hey, welcome back. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of Little League Softball here on iTalk1067.com. We're here in Lakeside, Arizona, watching Blue Ridge take on the White River team. First of a doubleheader here this afternoon, Camden.
Yeah, this is pretty common for this juniors level of play here. They typically like to get 2 games in. Part of that's because the thing we talked about in our Summit Regional Medical Center injury report is that there's a lot of times where you can't get a team fielded here because a lot of girls are doing other activities. And, of course, these girls very busy at what they do. They love playing softball, but that doesn't mean they have time to just play softball. You know, a lot of them are working during the summer, and so you look at opportunities like this, you get 2 games in, you know you're going to have your teams together, and you get a chance to get 2 games in. And that's pretty common amongst these schools. Of course, White River, I shouldn't say schools, pretty common amongst these leagues. You know, White River coming up about a 45-minute drive for them, so it's nice for them to be able to get 2 games in as well.
And speaking of the White River team, we've got Jaylyn Nashio behind the plate. We've got Leilani on the mound, Leilani Lister. Over at first base, we have Josie Amos. At second base, we have Alicia Velasquez. Over at shortstop, we have Darian Hill. Third base is Nadine Betty. Left field is Whitney Lister. Center field is Abriyami Ade. And right field is Joy Altaha. So coming up to the plate first for the Blue Ridge team will be center fielder Drew Caldwell.
There's some of the outfielders. That's our center fielder there. Set to get started here. And as you mentioned, the pitcher, Leilani Lister, she's a kid that can throw a lot of strikes. We've seen her before, and she's got the ability to put the ball over the plate. She doesn't have a whole lot of speed, but if she can hit locations today, it won't matter. It's one of those things, especially at this level, some of these hitters haven't quite learned to hit the inside or the outside pitch, and you can bet that they're going to be working the plate on here. And Lister with a lot of control. We'll see how she does here to start with. As we mentioned, our Ace Hardware keys to the game is pitching today.
And Drew will square around to do a slap bunt, and that is foul tipped.
Comes out in front of the box. She left the eyes off the ball at the last second, and it just went underneath her bat.
Next pitch in is called ball low. 1-1 the count to Drew. Drew's a left-handed batter. And pitch in the dirt for ball 2.
So Lister already kind of establishing her speed, and she's going to be throwing right around low 40s today.
And Drew will slap hit that right up to the mound. She runs over to first and is going to outrun the throw over to first base. Nice infield hit by Drew Colwell.
Well, it's a good attempt at the play there, and Nadine down there at third base playing third today instead of shortstop for White River. And I'm not seeing on your thing where their positions are. Are they not listed yet? Oh, okay. So Nadine Beatty is at third base today for White River. And there goes Drew. She's going to take second base easily. The throw is going to come in late. Throw was a little low, or the pitch was a little low. Difficult for the catcher to handle. Jalen, is it Jalen? Jalen Nascio.
And the count to Tegan Mink, who's up at the plate now, is 1 ball, 2 strikes. She's going to step out to hear a little bit of instruction from Coach Phil off at the sideline. And she's actually going to switch over to a right-handed stance. She started off at a left-handed batter stance. Switch over to right. She'll swing and miss for strike 3.
Way out in front of that one, and that's the challenge with the slower pitcher. Sometimes as a hitter you get used to a certain speed, and then you throw Lister in here who's throwing low 40s. That's about 10 miles an hour under what you're kind of used to, and it's difficult to adjust. We see it a lot. We see it not only at this level but also at the high school level.
First ball in is a ball in the dirt to Kiera Smith, so 1 ball, no strikes so far to her. She's the pitcher this afternoon for Blue Ridge. And so far, she's thrown 14 balls and 16 strikes. As the pitcher, she'll watch strike.
Lester or Smith?
Kiera Smith.
Oh, okay.
Lester's thrown 4 balls, 6 strikes. Next pitch in the dirt, and Drew Caldwell, who took third base on the last pitch in the dirt, will remain. She does not go towards home.
Caldwell with all sorts of speed. You can see why she's the leadoff hitter for the Yellow Jackets. And we have 1 out here with a 3-0 lead for White River.
Smith will foul that one off into the backstop.
Got just underneath that one.
Bringing the count to 2-2.
She's got it timed, but didn't quite put the bat on it there. Needs to keep her hands on top of that high pitch, and then she'll drive it. Another high pitch. That one just a little bit higher. It's a throw down to third, and Drew Colwell back to the bag without any problems.
Bringing us to a full count. 1 runner on third base, 1 out. Pitch in, swung on and missed.
Got her. Great pitch by Lister. Took her inside and catches it inside on the hands. And Smith, a little late to react to that inside pitch. It was too deep on her, and she wasn't able to turn on it.
First pitch in, called strike to Adriana Bermudez. Up at the plate now, right-handed batter. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning.
That inside pitch, Blake, you want to hit out in front and try to drive it to left, but difficult to deliver. Great shot back up the box.
And they will recover nicely, make the throw over for out number 3. No harm done here. Score still 4-0. White River on top at the bottom of the first inning. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to Sholo Ford's presentation of Little League Softball. We'll be right back.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
Need hats, shirts, or jackets embroidered with your logo? Get custom embroidered products from Little Bluebird Studios. That's right, the company that does the best job screen printing t-shirts and hoodies now offers embroidery. Little Bluebird Studios is a local company with skilled designers that care about your company's image and brand. Call Little Bluebird Studios today, 928-351-7942, or online at littlebluebird.org. Little Bluebird Studios, the company that cares.
Welcome back. You're listening to Shola Ford's presentation of Little League Softball. And here we are, Lakeside, Arizona, watching a White River team take on Blue Ridge team. And for the Little League series here, this is the last 2 games in this year's matchups. And so we're going to go to Ron Everyhan. He's over here on the sidelines with a sideline interview. Ron?
Yeah, over here with Coach Phil Martinez of the Yellow Jackets. Phil, why don't you tell us a little bit about how your season's gone, and then we'll talk about this game so far. This is your last game of the season. How have you guys done?
We've done really well. I think we've lost 2. The girls have played really well. They work hard and they're having fun, and that's all that matters here at the Little League.
Now, this time of the year, we mentioned not so many injuries probably, but there's just a lot of activities going on. Has it been hard to keep girls going this late in the season?
Yeah, it is. I mean, last week we had the church camp going on and family vacations, and it is what it is. But, White River came up and decided they wanted to give us a couple games tonight to finish off the season, and why not?
Great. Kiara came out and pitched the first inning. She's about, the same balls and strikes. Any concern with control so far? Any last question? Any concerns with control, or what do you see her doing today?
She hasn't thrown a whole lot. I'm not worried about it. We're going to pitch her 3 innings. Usually the 15-year-olds have 50 pitch limit, but we discussed, and he's going to let her throw 3. And no, I'm not worried at all. She'll find it.
Okay. Thanks, Phil. Back to you.
Thanks, Ron. And back over to the game. We're watching Abriana Day step up to the plate for White River. She's got a 2 balls, no strike count so far.
Well, that's good news for Kiera Smith because she's
already approaching.
Yeah, she would have been close to 50 in this inning had she not got the agreement to go 3 innings.
That'll be a called strike, bringing the count to 3-1 to Ade at the plate. Next pitch in, called strike on the outside corner, and that'll bring us to a full count for Abriana Ade. 3 balls, 2 strikes. No outs so far as we start off the second inning, and that ball will be up. A little bit of a wild pitch, and that'll put Ade on first base.
Tough to battle back from going down 3-0. She comes back with a couple of strikes, but then lets her on at first base, and the leadoff runner is aboard. And you look at White River, and so far they've gotten their leadoff runner on in the first 2 innings here. They're up 4-0 right now, and it's largely due to the fact that they are getting runners aboard.
Joy Otaha up at the plate now. She'll swing and miss for strike 1. Nice pitch on the inside corner. One runner on the bags, no out. And next pitch in the dirt on the inside will hold off the runner at first.
Great grab by James that time to pick that out of the dirt and hold the runner at first base.
1-1 pitch in the dirt, and that'll get by her as Ade will make it over to second base on a pass ball.
That's a screwball there that Smith is trying to throw, and that one just gets away from her. A lot of these pitches, especially for the pitchers at this age, they're throwing pitches that they're not as familiar with as they are. Some of the bread and butter pitches for pitchers are their fastball and their changeup, and that's what they start out learning. So they've got a lot of practice with those 2 pitches.
Nice comeback from Smith. She strikes out Altaha looking on that one, actually, as she throws a nice curveball in there on that last pitch and hit the inside corner. Has some movement on that, Camden.
Well, that's one of the things that Smith does well is she's got pretty good spin, and you'll notice her fastball will have some spin. It's kind of because she has an unorthodox delivery, and it's actually something that she's worked on, but you'll see her hand come inside when she starts, and it kind of wraps around the outside. Then she'll make up for it by spinning the ball a little bit differently, although that fastball comes across exactly the way it should, as she had the right spin on it.
1-1 the count to Whitney. Whitney had a nice base hit earlier to start off the game. She's back here at the top of the lineup. That pitch in is called strike on the outside corner, and a pass ball is going to send Ade over to third base, and she'll stand up safely.
James just not catching the ball that time. And it's tough for these young catchers, especially when you get a pitcher who is throwing with as much velocity as Smith is. They're not quite used to that speed yet, so they have to adjust as well.
Swing on and missed for strike number 3, and Smith will retire Whitney back to the dugout. Great job, that's Whitney Lister.
Smith did not mess around with that pitch. She just said right down the middle, mono. Let's see if you can catch up to my fastball, and Lister unable to do so.
First pitch into Leilani. Lister is high outside for ball number 1.
We have 2 Listers.
Yeah, and I wonder if these guys are sisters, I would have to imagine.
We'll have to check on that.
Next pitch swung on and missed by Leilani, and that'll be strike number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the top of the second.
So we get confirmation from Ron Everingham that they are sisters.
And Leilani will foul off that pitch for a long strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the count. Smith looking for another strikeout here to retire the side with no damage done in this inning. Pitch high. Goes around halfway but doesn't commit. That'll be a called ball. Next pitch high for ball 3. That'll bring us to a full count.
Smith just releasing that one a little bit late. And Smith, I think, shaking off a sign here.
And that ball just a little bit low will put Leilani Lister on first base. So now we have runners on first and third here. Top of the second. Bringing up Jaylyn to the plate. She's 0 for 0 this afternoon. She had a walk earlier in the first inning.
Well, it's tough for a young pitcher when you're ahead in the count like that, and then to let him go. And
ball thrown up high into the backstop will send Leilani Lister to second base, but we'll hold the day over at third. So we got runners at second and third now.
See that time Smith knocks her hat off, and that's what I was talking about, that unorthodox delivery. She comes inside her face. You'll actually see her hand cross over her face, Blake, and when she comes up, and that she caught her hat that time on the delivery.
Nice pitch on the inside corner, swung on and missed by Jaylyn Nashio. That'll be strike 1.
Picking up the heat a little bit, goes to a 53-mile-an-hour fastball there on the inside portion of the plate.
1-1 the count. Pitch in, hits the outside corner, called strike 2 as she watches that one.
And I think they just turned the mic off in the truck, so we can't hear them right now. But oh, and she got it.
Swung on, and that'll be strike 3. We'll take a quick break here. You're listening to Sholo Ford's presentation of Little League Softball on iTalk1067.com.
Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year.
And welcome back to Lakeside, Arizona, as we watch Blue Ridge take on the home team Blue Ridge, the home team, take on White River, wearing the Diamondbacks uniforms this afternoon. And there's a nice shot from our White Mountain Youth Production crew.
You know, these teams have a choice to take on a Major League Baseball team. In Little League, that's common practice. And, of course, White River electing to go with the Diamondbacks. And got to say, that's a good choice, especially this year. One of the things that as you watch White River, their softball programs have been improving over the course of the last several years, and that's due in large to some of these coaches that you see at this level. And Ron will hopefully get us an interview with the head coach of this White River Little League team. But they do a tremendous job with these girls. And you watch, Blake, at just how disciplined they are in their positions. They've just a lot of skill sets that has to be coming from their coaching. And, of course, their parents down there doing a great job of making sure that these kids know what they're supposed to do. But especially this infield. I've been really impressed with White River's infield. And as a minors coach this season, had the opportunity to play the White River minors team earlier this season. And it's the same at that level. Those girls are very well coached and just do a tremendous job. They play a great brand of softball.
Well, same with the majors team. I mean, my own daughter is on the majors team, and we've watched a couple of games, them take on the White River majors, and the same exact thing that we were talking about there. Really disciplined on the infield, heads-up baseball or heads-up softball in this scenario. Just making good decisions on the field. And so 4-0 so far here in the bottom of the second inning. And of course, Camden, something we forgot to mention as we started out the second inning is that Northland Pioneer College wants to remind everyone that when it comes time to start off your college education, that you choose the college with the lowest tuition rate in Arizona. That's Northland Pioneer College. And, of course, they've got a couple locations here in our own backyard, one in Show Low and one in Snowflake.
Just saw a shot of the home plate umpire there earlier, Maisie Heath, who's done a great job so far in this contest. She's a sophomore, or was a sophomore this year for Blue Ridge. She's actually a pitcher for Blue Ridge and does a tremendous job. As we get another great shot there from the crew. Heath, tremendous pitcher and understands the strike zone. We've watched her umpire several games this year, and she's done a tremendous job for this Little League team. Tough to get umpires, and it's great to have an umpire like Maisie Heath. Her dad is actually the pitching coach at Blue Ridge High School. Gives you an idea of how the pitching runs in that family. He's actually had two other daughters that have gone on to play college ball.
Well, bringing up
as pitchers.
Amanda Carlson to the plate. She's going to hit one in the gap between first and second. She's going to make it over to first base safely. Stand up base hit from Amanda Carlson. One pitch in and one hit. Nice job.
Ground ball single for Carlson. See ball, hit ball. Does exactly what she's supposed to do there. Gets to first, and it'll bring up Rebecca James for Blue Ridge, and we'll see if the Yellow Jackets can capitalize. Smith gave up 4 runs in the first inning. White River on top 4-0 here, and the Jackets are desperate for some runs. Take a little pressure off of their pitcher here.
Interesting fact about Rebecca and Amanda is that both of their cousins, Camden, and their grandparents today celebrate their 60th wedding anniversary.
That's awesome.
That's pretty impressive. Kay and Skip Carlson, we just want to give a shout out to them.
Familiar with the Carlson family, wonderful family. James gets a big hit. Rebecca James gets it through the infield. A one-hopper out into the outfield grass as she drives that one into left center field and scores a run, a stand-up double to score Carlson. And just like that, the Jackets have got their first run plated here this evening.
That'll bring the score to 4-1. No outs here. In the bottom of the second inning, first pitch is fouled off by Natalie Larson.
Larson's another great player here for the Yellow Jackets. Very young. She's one of those players that's in the learning stages, and you see her battle that one off. She decided just a little too late to swing on it, so she was late on the swing.
And there she got a little ahead of that inside pitch, just the opposite.
Great adjustment.
will foul it off to the third base line towards the third base dugout. That'll put Larson's count at 0-2.
I think that's one of the good things about these kids, or one of the fun things to watch. You know, you have kids that have played high school ball already, and then you have kids that are junior high players, and so it's a good mix of players. It's fun to watch. Oh, a tough one to let go. Ball's dropped. She's going to run down to first, but the throw from the catcher down to first in time to retire Larson. So Carlson remains at second base with 1 out. White River leading 4-1. And here's one of the better hitters here in this Yellow Jacket lineup. And that looks like, if you show me a list, I'll tell you who that is down there at first.
We have a pinch runner on second base, and
I'll tell you who it is here in a second. Oh, ground ball.
Michelle Basinger up at the plate. She hits a nice ground ball in the gap between third and short. Will advance number 1, which is
Basinger doing a tremendous job. First pitch, swinging to get the. Do you have a Blue Ridge lineup card?
No, we do. Oh, here it is.
Oh, here we go. Sit in front of me. Let me look it up for you. See if I've got it on here.
She's a new add.
I should know her name, but I don't. We'll get it for you here in a second. Runners at the corners. There goes Basinger down to second. Basinger, as we mentioned, one of the top hitters for the Yellow Jackets, and she shows it there as she's able to get aboard. Now runners at second and third. Big opportunity here for the Yellow Jackets.
That's we have a courtesy runner on third base. That's Sunny Romanos.
Move inside pitch. And Caitlin backing out on that pitch. And this is Caitlin Johnson at the plate. I'm not sure what the count is right now. I think it's 2-1. Ron says it's 2-1, so.
Caitlin will square around to bunt, but she doesn't pull back in time. Called strike. Runner goes home, will slide in, and she'll make it underneath the tag. And that's Sunny Romanos scoring on that nice hit from Rebecca James. We'll put another one on the board for the Yellow Jackets.
Good heads-up play that time by Romanos to get across the plate, and the Yellow Jackets cut the White River lead to 2 as Caitlin Johnson goes down swinging. And 2 outs now. Basinger at third base for Blue Ridge. And the leadoff hitter coming to the plate. Got aboard on a little dribbler last time, beat out a tough play. She shows bunt on the slap side again, and this one is fouled off. Coach Martinez telling Colwell, hey, that one was too high. Let that one go by.
0-1 the count. Colwell. And she'll slap hit that one again up to the pitcher. Same thing that we saw in the first inning. And she makes it safely over to first. They throw the ball over, which has to be a tag on Michelle. But Michelle is going to slide underneath the tag. Makes it safely. So perfectly executed play by Colwell, bringing around a next runner and getting a safe position on first base.
Yeah, Basinger coming in to score. And you know, that's where speed really will kill you. They know that Colwell is quick, so they're second-guessing themselves whether they have a play at first or not as Colwell screams down to second base and will swipe another bag here. I can almost guarantee she's going to be running on every first pitch.
Well, she's incredibly quick.
Very fast. And you know, the Diamondbacks, White River, on that play, to their credit, you know, normally you wouldn't think you'd want to come home on that play because it's a much more difficult play. As you mentioned, have to apply the tag. Another fly ball here.
Mink's going to hit one, and it's going to drop before the right fielder. Nice base hit will bring Colwell all around the way around to score, and that's going to tie the game up here, 4-4 here in the bottom of the second inning with another base hit by Tegan Mink.
Mink, great little piece of hitting that time. The right fielder a little slow to come up on that ball, but she's battling the sun in right field, so a difficult catch to make. And Coach Martinez having a conversation with Smith here before she comes up. You know, back to that play, though, prior to that, the White River Diamondbacks really probably making a good choice to come to the plate, even though they normally would have gone to first on it with how fast Caldwell is. It puts some pressure on them to make a play. There goes the runner down, and the throw was in time, but it's bobbled by the shortstop.
Throw a little short.
I think it got in the dirt a little bit, and that's Darian. Is Darian's last name Burnett? What's Darian's last name? Is your sheet?
Darian Hill.
Hill, okay. There's a good shot of Smith. She shows bunt.
Smith will turn around and bunt back up to the pitcher. She's going to run over and beat the throw, but the throw is also missed. And Mink will make it all the way around to score at the plate. Smith makes it over to second on the pass ball. Is going over to third. The throw is made, but she'll make it in time as a stand-up play. And on an error right there, on a hit, she makes it to first. On an error, she makes it all the way around to third base.
Yeah, just a bit of an overthrow that time. White River not quite making the clean throw and getting away from the first baseman. That allows the runner to come in, but a great bunt by Smith. She got it hit it a little bit too far back up the middle, but her speed able to get her on base. She's another one of those players that's got some wheels here for Blue Ridge. And this gal, we didn't get a chance to talk about her, but another great player here for the Yellow Jackets. Smith gonna have to hurry, and she just gets under the tag. How about that? Smith just beats that out. The catcher for White River does a tremendous job to get the ball. It took a decent hop off the backstop, and Nashio picks it up and tries to dive to catch Smith, but Smith able to get back just in time. So another run across for the Yellow Jackets.
No, that brings the bases to be cleared out now for the Yellow Jackets, and they go on top 6-4 here.
Bermudez chopper to third, and Nadine picks it up, fires it across the diamond to retire the Yellow Jackets.
We'll take a quick break here. You're listening to Sholo Ford's presentation of Little League Softball on iTalk1067.com.
It's easy to see why the Ford F-150 is the #1 selling truck in America. For more than 40 years, no other truck has even come close. And Sholo Ford is hands down the best place to buy your next vehicle. Just take a look at Guy Hatch's promise. He won't be beat on any deal on any new Ford in the state of Arizona. And on top of that, you'll get a lifetime engine warranty. Go to SholoFord.com or visit them on the east end of the Deuce. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Sunrise Park Resort is open more days this summer and 7 days a week during July and August. New this summer is the Sunrise Zip Line Tour. 6 lines of fast, zipping fun. Bring the family for scenic lift rides, mountain biking and bike rentals, a tube slide, airbag jump, climbing wall, and archery targets. Stay at the Sunrise Hotel or rent a motorboat or kayak at the Sunrise Lake Marina. Visit the general store for all your camping and fishing supplies. For specific days of operation, call 735-7669 or go to sunriseskipark.com.
Welcome back to Sholo Ford's presentation of Little League Softball here in Lakeside, Arizona. We're watching the Little League Juniors play. Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets are taking on the White River representing Diamondbacks teams here today. And so far we're here at top of the third inning, score of 6-4. Blue Ridge goes on top. They were trailing the first 2 innings 4-0, and they had a big inning. Bats came alive this last inning. We saw them up at this last at bat, and so they put 6 on the board here. Top of the third. As we start off the third inning, Northland Pioneer College wants to remind you when it comes time to start off your college education, choose the college with the lowest tuition rate in Arizona. That's Northland Pioneer College. So far, Kiera Smith throwing 55 pitches, but as we heard earlier from Ron's interview with Coach Phil Martinez on the side, they're going to go ahead and let these girls play 3 full innings this afternoon, being the last game of the series.
Yeah, and I don't think that White River has a 15-year-old pitcher, so this is really a nice thing for White River to do, to allow Smith to throw the 3 innings. because they really have it gives them actually a disadvantage. Although Smith earlier on was throwing a little erratic, didn't quite have the strike zone, especially in that first inning, putting runners on and allowing 4 runs across. So we'll see how things go here for Smith in the 3rd inning. She's had her struggles. For the most part, though, she's done fairly well. In fact, she held the Diamondbacks scoreless back in the 2nd inning after giving up those 4 runs. So battling back. One thing to note, though, is that Smith has not run. She hasn't thrown more than 50 pitches yet this year in this league. She's had more pitches. She's obviously thrown more pitches than that when she was playing high school ball, but this will be the first time this season that she's thrown more than 50 pitches in a game. So we'll see if she's coming off of 2 weeks of rest. We'll see how she does.
Coming up to the plate to start off the 3rd inning for the White River Diamondbacks is going to be Darian Hill. She had a nice single in the 1st inning. She's 1 for 1 this afternoon so far. Right-handed batter. See Adriana Bermuda is playing in a little bit on the 3rd base side for the Yellow Jackets.
So a lot of these players have been teammates. Darian Hill played softball with Kiera Smith as a 8th grader, and Darian Hill just an all-around athlete.
First pitch in, called strike to Hill.
Smith comes across with a 54-mile-an-hour fastball and follows it up with a changeup that gets away from her. Changeup has got to appear hittable, or else it's ends up being a waste pitch.
1-1 the count to Hill. And the pitch in the dirt for ball 2. Pitch high and outside. 3-1 the count now to Hill. Again, if you're just joining us, we're in the top of the 3rd inning here. Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets Juniors team is on top 6-4, leading the White River Juniors, who are up at the plate now. No outs here in the top of the 3rd. First batter's up at the plate, and here comes the pitch. Swung on and hit. High pop fly. It'll be past shortstop. Center fielder's coming over, and she makes an incredible catch. That's Drew Caldwell on the catch for out number 1.
Excellent play by Caldwell, hitting the gap in left center, as you mentioned, and Caldwell ranges over, gets underneath it, and makes the grab, and that's good news for Smith. There is Darian Hill tagged that one. She was just a little bit under it. Had she gotten a little more meat on the ball, that one was gone.
Well, that's what you want to see. You don't want these guys looking for a walk when you got 3 balls out there. You want to see them swing in and trust your fielders to make those plays.
Smith trying a first pitch change up here to Velasquez. Alicia Velasquez at the plate for White River.
She's 0 for 1, struck out earlier to Smith. 1-1 the count now. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the 3rd. Pitch called strike, and we're going to take a quick interview from Ron Everingham. He's over here at the White River dugout. Ron?
Thanks, Blake. I'm over here with Jocelyn Amos right here. Jocelyn, how you doing? Give me 5. Boom. And we have Alaya Ethelball. Alaya, what grade you guys in?
Freshman.
Freshman? What school?
Blue Ridge.
Okay, and what about you?
Is sophomore at Holbrook.
At Holbrook, okay. And you're from Pine Top, and you're from Rainbow City, right? Do you want to say hi to all your Rainbow City fans?
Hi.
There you go. All right, what's your favorite sport?
Basketball. Softball.
softball. You're playing first base today. You're playing second base. You guys have played this Blue Ridge team before. How are you feeling? I think we're at a tie. We got a close game right now. How are you feeling? Are you nervous? You think you can pull it out?
Yeah, I have a feeling we're gonna win. I don't know why.
All right. So there you go. Jocelyn is predicting a win. And what do you think? How are you feeling about this game?
I think we'll do good this game. Probably win it. I don't know.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with me for a minute. Back up to you guys.
Thanks, Ron. And if you missed out on that, Alicia Velasquez struck out looking at that pitch, and which brings us to 2 outs. Nadine Betty up at the plate. She's 2 balls, no strikes, and she watches that one hit the outside corner, bringing it to 2-1.
I'll tell you, I love the optimism. That's great to hear out of those kids. I'll tell you, those are tough questions you're asking down there, Ron, and I think they're giving the right answers, though. Nadine Beatty, remember, struck out looking last time, and Smith starts her off with 2 pitches outside and stays outside for the next. She has been outside to her every pitch. She's yet to come in on her.
Well, we've got a count of 2-2 now to Beatty. And the next pitch is inside, but that'll be a little bit too far inside. Will bring us to a full count. 3-2 on Nadine.
Yes. And the changeup misses upstairs, and she walks her. Beatty had, if you recall back in the first inning, Blake, Beatty was caught looking at a pitch that she felt was a little off the plate. She gave a look back to Maisie Heath, who's behind the plate umpire in her first at bat. And what's interesting is these two were teammates, of course, playing at Blue Ridge. So she probably has a little bit of license to look back at Maisie Heath and say, hey, wait a minute, I thought that was a little too far off, ump. But
first pitch to Josie Amos. Josie Amos is called strike.
She draws a legit walk, though, and then she's going to try to take second.
Throw is not in time, and she'll stand up at the bag.
And you get a chance to see right there the Lady White River Diamondbacks doing a great job. Heads up base running there, swiping the bag. And
pitch in the dirt. A pass ball is going to send Nadine over to third base now.
It's another changeup that gets away from Smith. That pitch just hasn't quite been there for Smith. It's a deadly pitch when it's there, but she hasn't been able to put it across the plate yet. So, unfortunately, it hasn't worked out for her so far.
2-1 the count, and Amos is going to kill one out to deep right center field. It'll bounce one hopper to the fence. She's going to take 2. That's going to score a run. She'll stand up safely. The throw, though, almost in time for a tag over at second base.
I think she got off the bag, Blake. I think she just went a little too far around the bag and ended up off the bag, which offered an opportunity there. But, yeah, like you said, well-hit ball hits the base of the fence that time. Smith almost giving up a home run there.
That's the biggest hit we've seen of the day so far by Josie Amos. We'll have to write that one down as possibly a runner-up for straight line drive of the game.
Beal Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile. Our straight line play of the game. Another changeup missing downstairs, and James does a good job keeping that in front of her. This is a great. I mean, you see the adjustments that White River's doing. They're doing a great job of catching up to Smith, and Smith having really 2 good innings to keep the bats silent. Although she got in trouble in the first inning because she walked some runners.
Swing and a miss, 2 in a row, and that'll retire the side as Ade goes down swinging for strike number 3. We'll take a quick break here. You're listening to Shola Ford's presentation of Little League Softball on iTalk1067.com.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu.
It's easy to see why the Ford F-150 is the #1 selling truck in America. For more than 40 years, no other truck has even come close. And Sholo Ford is hands down the best place to buy your next vehicle. Just take a look at Guy Hatch's promise. He won't be beat on any deal on any new Ford in the state of Arizona. And on top of that, you'll get a lifetime engine warranty. Go to SholoFord.com or visit them on the east end of the Deuce. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Welcome back to Sholo Ford's presentation of Little League Softball on iTalk1067.com. We're here live again in Lakeside, Arizona, watching the White River Diamondbacks take on Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets Juniors Little League team here. Score so far of 6-5. Blue Ridge is on top. White River coming back with another run that inning, bringing the game a little bit closer as we enter in the bottom of the third inning here.
Well, this is why we thought this might be a compelling game to put on TV. Both of these teams are well coached. Both of these teams have do a tremendous job both hitting and fielding the ball, and they both have great pitchers. And so, this is a lot of fun to watch these girls compete. The Yellow Jackets have been pretty successful against White River. I don't think that the Jackets have lost a game yet to White River, although White River has been close in almost every game that they have played. The Jackets have somehow been able to pull away, but, it's difficult to beat a team over and over again. One thing about White River is they beat Holbrook earlier on, Holbrook is a team that was able to beat Blue Ridge during the season, and so it gives you an idea of the caliber of these two teams. And this White River team, as you saw, jumped out on top by 4 runs and tacking on one more there in the third. So Smith only going to get to pitch 3 innings, so she'll leave with a 6-5 lead in this contest, and we'll see who Coach Martinez puts on the mound. New pitcher up here for White River.
Whitney Lister on the mound.
Lister quite a bit more speed than Lister, right? Was that the young Lister?
Yeah, these are the sisters. We had Leilani on the mound earlier, and now we've got a change. We've got Whitney Lister on the mound. It looks like that should be her sister. And now we're going to try to get some lineup changes, as it looks like we've got a new first base player as well.
Looks like the middle infield is still the same, or is that a new second baseman? Ron Everingham's over to try to clear up some stuff.
Bringing up to the plate now, we've got Amanda Carlson for the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets, 1 for 1 with a single earlier. First pitch in, swung on and fouled off out of play on the visitor dugout side.
So this is a chance for the Yellow Jackets to kind of get in, see a new pitcher, new speed. It's always difficult to adjust to a new pitcher. Carlson got that base hit in her first at bat. Whitney throwing about 10 miles an hour faster than her younger sister.
Whitney's a sophomore this year. She's 15 years old. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes.
So I take it back that White River does have a 15-year-old. Now, she may not be league age 15, though. And that's a difference.
Pitch is fouled off. And again, as we say, these girls are sophomore or freshmen. That's the grades they're going to be going into this year as, of course, we're in the summer break.
And Lister hitting 50 miles an hour on that fastball there.
Swing on and hit right down the line on the first base side. That's going to go into right field. And Carlson will round the bag. Stand-up double. She rounds second, headed to third. She's still standing up safely. They're trying to get the ball back in. And here she headed for home, and that will be an in-the-park home run by Carlson.
The right fielder had some trouble with it. She fell down, and it got into the corner, and there we go. Carlson with the home run, and her dad has got the cell phone camera out and has had a chance to. I guarantee you he's going to share that with folks.
Well, and if you missed it, you can always check it on italk1067.com later, and we'll have full coverage of that as well.
I don't know why he's filming it on his phone. He can just get it on our channel.
High definition.
That's right.
First pitch into Rebecca James is in the dirt for ball one.
Maybe he doesn't want to listen to these commentators.
I got a chance to catch up with Rebecca's mom earlier before the game, and she's, we saw her with a nice hit, 1-for-1. She had a double earlier in the game, and she just got back from a hitting camp called Crush Camp. She's been going to since she was 8 years old.
Yeah, that's a camp that's put on by one of an ex-varsity Blue Ridge coach, Chris Fraze, and he brings up some top talent out of the valley. Occasionally he'll have various players, pitchers, coaches from ASU, things of the like.
And she'll put this one in play. It's a pop-up in the infield, but it will be caught by the second base player for the White River team, and we're going to get that information in just a second as that has changed.
James in on the handle on that one, and he just pops it up. And that brings up Larson.
First pitch in, swung on and missed. Strike one.
Always the challenge with these games is getting our lineup squared away. As Larson late on that bunt, but she gets it into fair territory and slows down at first base. Did they call her out?
She is called safe.
Oh, she's safe, boy, just barely. She made that one closer than it needed to be. She was late squaring on the bunt. Somehow, after it pops up in the air, is able to get it in fair territory. I think it may have gone out if the catcher had let it go. Catcher comes up and fires it down to first. But Larson had plenty of time to get down there due to the nature of the bunt, but she slowed down and made that one a very close call. And the pitch comes in on Basinger. Basinger trying to get out of the way, and Heath calling a strike there on Basinger.
Basinger 1-for-1 as well. Had a single earlier. Nice shot out into left field. Swing on and fouled straight back into the home plate umpire. Hits her in the meat of the arm, thankfully, not an elbow. And that looks painful.
But that'll leave a mark.
Maisie's acting like it's no big deal, but Ron's over here hurting.
Yeah, I guarantee you that one hurt. No question about it.
Score here in the bottom of the third is 7-5. Blue Ridge is on top, and Basinger's going to foul that one up off out of play, and it'll hit our tent. We've got one out here in the bottom of the third. Runner on first base.
Basinger, a kid that puts a lot of time into this sport. Her parents heavily involved in Little League. Her parents helped me out in the minor league. She's got a younger sister named Noelle, and Noelle's a tremendous little player. She's just 8 years old, playing up in the minor leagues, normally reserved for 9 and 10-year-olds, but coming up early and getting a chance to play with some of the older kids. And a nice attempt at a bunt there as Basinger tries to put it down the line. Got it past Nadine Beatty, and but it went foul there. She put it in a pretty good spot, but it just went off the chalk and foul. And I'm not sure. That's strike three. She was bunting with 2 strikes. Is that right? Yep. Maisie Heath confirms that she had 2 strikes on it. She bunts strike 3 foul, and so I'm not sure if Martinez called that bunt or not?
Caitlin Johnson at the plate now, 0 for 1. She'll foul the first pitch off into the backstop. 2 outs. Bottom of the third inning. Again, Blue Ridge still on top, 7-5 now. 0-1 the count to Johnson. And strike 2.
Caitlin Johnson, another one of these young players, just entering in this junior league. Played majors last year. And just trying to catch up. And oh, nice changeup. Nice changeup. Look at that.
Nice changeup in for strike 3. She will strike out, and that'll end the inning. We'll take a quick break here. You're listening to Shola Ford's presentation of Little League Softball on iTalk1067.com.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there, and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
Need hats, shirts, or jackets embroidered with your logo? Get custom embroidered products from Little Bluebird Studios. That's right, the company that does the best job screen printing t-shirts and hoodies now offers embroidery. Little Bluebird Studios is a local company with skilled designers that care about your company's image and brand. Call Little Bluebird Studios today, 928-351-7942, or online at littlebluebird.org. Little Bluebird Studios, the company that cares.
Welcome back to Shola Ford's presentation of Little League Juniors Softball here in Lakeside, Arizona. Score of 7-5 as Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets are on top. Top of the fourth, and as we start off the fourth inning, Northland Pioneer College wants to remind you that when it comes time to start off your college education, choose the college with the lowest tuition rate in Arizona. That's Northland Pioneer College, and we've got a couple of field changes here for the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets team. Looks like we've got a new pitcher on the mound, as promised before, letting Kiera Smith go 3 innings, and now we have a change, and it looks like it's going to be Caitlin Johnson.
Yeah, Caitlin is as we mentioned when she was at bat, a young player here, but she's a tremendous little pitcher. She takes pitching instruction from Maisie Heath's dad, our home plate umpire's dad, and she's got a full complement of pitches, and she throws them well. And she's one of these players that is not going to have a whole lot of velocity, but will be able to hit corners when she's on. And when she does that, she's a tough pitcher to hit. We've seen her take out some really good hitters. And now White River is going to have a chance to kind of adjust speeds back down. It's kind of the exact opposite, where the Jackets started out with a fast pitcher and now go to a slow pitcher. White River started out with a slow pitcher and went to a fast pitcher, and an adjustment to make for the hitters here. We'll see how they do. They put Kiera Smith over at shortstop. James is still catching. Carlson's at first. Bermudez is at third base. They move the second baseman Larson out to right field and bring in the a substitute, and that's Romano, I believe. Is that?
Yeah,
I should know. I should know Sonny's last name. It's Sonny Romano.
Romanos.
Yeah. What is it?
Romanos.
Romanos at second base. And it looks like they put Larson out in right field. And Basinger's taking over center field, and they've moved Caldwell over to left. Coach Martinez maybe thinking that they're going to pull some balls over there to left field, putting his speedster Colwell out there in left field. And Smith, the pitcher, as we mentioned, moved over to short as the first pitch is a called strike from Johnson. Caitlin Johnson came about an hour early to the park today, hour and a half early, and actually did a pitching practice. So she's already had a chance to throw a bunch of pitches here today.
And the pitch swung on and hit. Foul ball. For strike 2.
And a new player up at the plate for White River. We don't have her name. We'll check it here for you in a second. Did you see her number yet?
This might be Michaela.
Pitch downstairs. Is that number 8?
Yep. Yeah, I think
I've
this
got
is
Nacio. Is that not? Do I have the? Oh, we got 2 number 8s.
And
okay.
pitch in is strike 3 for Michaela.
Michaela Colby. Is it Colby?
Yeah.
I think it's Michaela Colby.
So one batter up, 1 batter down for the White River team. Top of the 4th inning, a score of 7-5. Blue Ridge is on top, 1 out. It's going to bring up Whitney Lister to the plate.
As we mentioned, Caitlin Johnson, an efficient pitcher. Doing a tremendous job finding spots.
Swing on and a miss by Lister for strike 1.
And she has a different delivery. It's one that causes some problems for some hitters. That one, 37 miles an hour. So big change of speed going from 54 miles an hour, mid-50s, down to 37. This one she gets across at 43 miles an hour. So about a 15 to 10 mile an hour difference in speed.
Nice shot by Lister, a huge line drive out into right center field, just more center field than right over the second baseman, and that'll be a base hit for Whitney Lister.
Boy, Johnson let that one get out right over the meat of the plate, and Lister crushes it. As you mentioned, a great piece of hitting that time, kept her weight back, hits it towards the gap in right center field that time, goes with the pitch, and tremendous piece of hitting. As she's going to get a strike called here as this one drops after it crosses the plate at 39 miles an hour.
This will bring up her sister Leilani Lister to the plate.
See if she can hit that low pitch.
Another called strike. And Johnson doing a great piece of pitching here so far in the top of the 4th.
Out in front of the hitter, like just exactly what you want her to do. And comes inside with a high pitch. Should be, had a chance at a double play. Sonny elects to go to first base with it and retires the hitter here. That'll move the runner up to second.
Nice play by Sonny Romanos on second base, making the play over at first. A soft grounder hit, so not a lot of time to make the double.
And if I'm not mistaken, that's her curveball there. Johnson doesn't throw with enough speed to get a lot of movement on it, but the rotation is usually pretty good. This one falls low, so she misses with the first 2 pitches, but she got that pitch up to 44 miles an hour. So picking up the speed a little bit. And that's another thing about Johnson is she has quite a variety of speeds that she throws with. There's a 40-mile-an-hour pitch that's across for a strike.
We've got Charisse Dazen up at the plate now. She's just checking into the game this inning. 2-1 the count. Pitch on the outside corner, called strike. That'll bring this to an even count. Still runner on second base. Whitney Lister's on second base. 2 outs. Pitch swung on and missed, outside corner, and that will retire the side, leaving a runner stranded. That'll end the top of the 4th inning. We'll take a quick break here. You're listening to Sholo Ford's presentation of Little League Softball on iTalk1067.com.
Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year. When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu.
Welcome back to Sholo Ford's presentation of Little League Softball. We're watching the Little League Juniors softball game here. Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets taking on the White River Diamondbacks. Here we are in the bottom of the 4th inning. The score is 7-5. Blue Ridge on top, and they're up at the plate. And up first will be Drew Caldwell, 2 for 2. She had 2 singles in this game. Her bat is hot, and both of those hits, Camden, we were talking about earlier, were those slap hits in the exact same spot, just to the left of the mound, short of the mound, and she's got such a speed around the diamond that she was able to beat out the first throw. The second time she did that up at the plate, the White River team, learning from the first time, decides to make a throw at home plate to try to tag out the go-ahead runner, but they don't make either thing happen, and so great heads-up softball by both teams, really. A good attempt from the White River to do that, but Drew just so lightning fast on the running today.
Well, and Caldwell, as you mentioned, doesn't even have to have a well-placed bunt. She's able to beat it out. So
first pitch in, called strike. Whitney throws it right down the middle.
Now keep in mind, all these hitters, is the first time for them to see Whitney Lister. They're coming off of the last 3 innings, where they faced Whitney's younger sister, who throws about 10 miles an hour slower than Whitney does. And so Whitney coming in the high 40s here. And we'll see who can adjust and who can't. And a lot of these young players, it's the first time they've had to deal with a pitching change like that. Now, normally the pitchers in your lower leagues, your minors leagues and majors leagues are all throwing at about the same speed, but this can be a difficult task to have to adjust to a difference of 10 miles per hour. And then we see Lister get up to 50 miles an hour with that fastball there.
3-1 the count now to Caldwell. And again, like you mentioned, Whitney being a sophomore, she's 15 years old this year. Leilani going in to be a freshman. She was just coming out of junior high. And she'll watch that. Caldwell watch that for strike 2. Brings us to a full count.
Now, I'm not sure if Lister's intending to throw a screwball there or not, but you watch her release, and that ball is coming off just like a screwball, tailing away from the left-handed hitter.
That'll be ball 4, putting Caldwell on the first base bag. And this will bring up number 1, Sunny Romanos, to the plate. Just checking into the game for the first time at bat.
Oh, we should have mentioned at the top of the broadcast about when we were talking about injuries. Oh, nice
swing on
hit.
it and hit right up the gap between short and third. It'll bring Caldwell to second base safely, and Caldwell Romanos with a single base hit.
Nice job that time. Sonny sees it, hits it right back through the infield, gets through between the shortstop and the third baseman, and into left. Smith coming up to the plate. Traditionally hits a little bit better with a pitcher that can throw better. Shows bunt. And a called strike, low and inside.
No outs here in the bottom of the 4th. We've got runners on first and second. Smith 1 for 2 on the afternoon so far. Has a count of 0-1. She'll show bunt and pull back again in time, and Caldwell goes, and she will easily stand up.
I don't think Caldwell likes to slide, so. Both runners move up on the play. Heads up play by Sunny Romanos as well, as she's able to get over to second base.
1-1 the count. Oh, a pitch. He'll come inside and actually hit Smith in the left thigh, putting her on the first base bag. Now we're going to load the bases up now. Still no outs.
Smith not real afraid of the ball there. Doesn't make much of an attempt to get out of the way. That sounded like it got her on the knee. Is that? I didn't see exactly where it hit her, but
it looked like it was above.
Hopefully it was, because that knee can cause some problems.
First pitch in to Adriana Bermudez is low for ball 1. Bases loaded. Drew Caldwell on third base. Sunny Romanos on second. Kara Smith on first. The runners for the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. Next pitch is fouled off into the backstop for strike 1.
Changa Bermudez. This is a gal who's done a pretty good job of learning the game of softball. She's just improved year over year, and just seems to get better and better with each passing game. And we've seen her tag the ball a few times this year. We'll see if she can do something here with the bases juiced.
She shows bunt, pulls back into the hitting stance, swings and misses for strike 3. That'll be the first out of the inning.
And that,
for the Yellow Jackets.
That throwback bunt there is a timing mechanism that a lot of the Yellow Jacket hitters will use. They, especially on a third strike when they're trying to shorten up their swing, they'll show bunt, pull it back, and then swing. And
bring it up, Carlson to the plate. First pitch is hit. Foul ball, but interesting, it landed fair, and no one was going for it. They were assuming it was going to roll foul, which it does, but it was a risky play there. And we're going to go ahead and take it over to Ron Everingham. He's got a sideline interview for us with the coach of the White River team. Ron?
Hey, thanks, Blake. Over here with Wolford Lister of the White River Diamondbacks team. Wolford, you said you've been assistant coaching all year. What's it been like to watch the girls progress through the year, this being your last game? Have you seen a big difference from the time you started to the time till now?
Yeah, there's a big difference. It's just their nervousness. They're kind of getting used to it now, playing together. So it's coming along.
Why don't you talk a little bit about, as a parent and as a fan, we broadcasters talking a little bit earlier just about the improvement of the White River softball teams that have been competing up here and around. Have you seen an overall improvement in the softball program throughout the years? It seems to really be getting competitive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I started with my daughters when they're young, and so year by year I help them with the Little League, and a lot of the girls started coming out, and many of my daughters are pitching for the teams, and so I noticed Whitney, the pitcher right now, she's a freshman in high school right now, and she helped the team a lot, and with that, with like going high, it's like getting competitive. Yeah, experience. Everybody's getting into it. So it's like this year we've been beating teams slowly, like Round Valley and you guys, and Sholo close. We beat Holbrook, so it's coming along.
Well, congratulations, and good luck the rest of the afternoon here. Back to you guys.
All right. Thanks, Ron. And if you were listening to that interview, what happened was we had a hit by Amanda Carlson, a infield nice hit, nice shot, but the ball actually hit Kiera Smith running to second base, which will cause an out for her. But Sunny Romanos will make it all the way around to third base, and we did have a runner score, and that would have been Drew Caldwell, who came around to score for the Yellow Jackets, making the score 8-5, but we do have 2 outs now with a runner on first and third.
So just an unfortunate play that time. Smith not able to get away from the ball, put her head down and just ran, and that's one of those times where you want your player to see where the ball's going so that it doesn't hit you. She got hit to get on base. She gets hit before she gets to second. Going to have some bruises, I'm afraid.
First pitch in to Rebecca James is inside in the dirt for ball 1.
Nice piece of hitting, though, for the Yellow Jackets. Carlson still having a great afternoon here. That sun's starting to really plague the players on the right field of the infield and outfield as it continues to set.
Nice pitch by Lister, a high, little bit of an off-speed pitch. Causes a swing and miss, bringing the count to 1-1. Inside pitch is called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the count to James. And the pitch, man, that thing had a lot of movement on it. Camden, I don't know if you saw that coming in. I wasn't sure where it was going. I could have sworn that thing moved twice.
Changed on 2 different levels. James did a good job of getting a hold of it just a little early on the swing. Hits it down the third base line here. Just foul.
I'm glad I wasn't up at the plate. I wouldn't have known what to do with that. Nice pitch. Swing on and hit. A nice shot out to deep left field. That's going to drop behind the left fielder, Leilani Lister. It'll hit the fence. And around comes the plate, Sunny Romanos. And here comes Amanda Carlson. And again, a double by Rebecca James. That's the second one of the game. And that's going to bring around 2 to score another runner-up for that straight line drive of the game. Nice shot by James. Looks like that hitting camp's paying off.
Yeah, that crush camp by Coach Fraze. That's where you see a hitter like James come back from that and see how well she's hitting. Hits the base of the fence that time. Just off of a home run. That ball came in at 49 miles an hour that she hit. And Lister's been hitting 50 from time to time. You got to think if that hit 50, that one gets out of here.
First pitch in, called strike to Natalie Larson. She's 1 for 2 in the afternoon. Had a bunt earlier. She'll swing around, foul that one back.
So far, the Jackets have done a great job adjusting to the speed of Lister. Now, keep in mind, these hitters have seen these pitchers throughout the season. This is no different from the games that they've played so far. Lister's had a little more success than we've seen here tonight in games prior to this one, as she's allowed several to come across in this inning alone.
Low pitch inside, and James will take the steal over to third base.
This is what you like to see from a coaching standpoint, is how well these pitchers respond to adversity. Nice change.
Nice change up, called strike, and that'll be strike 3. Retire the side. We'll take a quick break here. You're listening to Sholo Ford's presentation of Little League Junior Softball on iTalk1067.com.
It's easy to see why the Ford F-150 is the #1 selling truck in America. For more than 40 years, no other truck has even come close. And Sholo Ford is hands down the best place to buy your next vehicle. Just take a look at Guy Hatch's promise. He won't be beat on any deal on any new Ford in the state of Arizona. And on top of that, you'll get a lifetime engine warranty. Go to SholoFord.com or visit them on the east end of the Deuce. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year. Sunrise Park Resort is open more days this summer and 7 days a week during July and August. New this summer is the Sunrise Zip Line Tour. 6 lines of fast, zipping fun. Bring the family for scenic lift rides, mountain biking and bike rentals, a tube slide, airbag jump, climbing wall, and archery targets. Stay at the Sunrise Hotel or rent a motorboat or kayak at the Sunrise Lake Marina. Visit the general store for all your camping and fishing supplies. For specific days of operation, call 735-7669 or go to sunriseskipark.com.
Welcome back to Sholo Ford's presentation of Little League Junior Softball. Here we are at Lakeside, Arizona, watching the Juniors team, Blue Ridge, take on the White River Juniors team, and they're representing the Diamondbacks uniforms this afternoon. Great piece of hitting, as we've seen from both teams this afternoon, but especially from Blue Ridge as of late, coming out with a couple of big doubles on the team, a couple of big shots out towards the fence. And actually both teams have had a shot out towards the fence. One in right field from the White River team. That was Jossie Amos. And then one from Rebecca James in the bottom of the fourth here we just saw for the Blue Ridge team on the left field fence.
Well, and, you know, we talked about that adjustment on speed, and that's a tough thing to do, but the Jackets have done a great job. Plus they're getting some key hitting out of some of the players that have traditionally struggled a little bit, and so that's impressive to watch them put some hits together and get runners on board and then plate those runners. It's been a really good outing here for Blue Ridge so far this evening. And White River, though, is always sitting back, and you can always bet, doesn't matter how far behind they get, they're always just an inning away from getting back into the contest. And
Ron, can we find the score? Is it 10 or 11?
And we believe it's 11-2. I think the score is 11-5, but we'll double check that for you here in just a moment. Don't forget it, immediately following this contest, we'll announce our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store Player of the Game, brought to you by Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store, west of or south of Pine Top, rather, on Highway 260 on the right-hand side of the road. And they got the best selection of hiking, hunting, camping, and fishing gear. You'll find it out at the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store. Jackets ready to go here after Johnson gets in her warm-up tosses. See if I can get my...
And we should have Darian Hill up to the plate. I just want to double check that. I can't see a number on the jersey.
Yeah, that is Hill. I'm sure of it.
And first pitch in, hits the outside corner. Called strike one.
Mentioned Darian's athletic prowess earlier on in the broadcast. She's one of those players that just excels at any sport that she does, and she's been held in check here today, but I think she's just a moment away from uncorking one here.
1-1 the count to Hill. She's 1 for 2, had a single and a fly out. And she does get a hold of one, but that's going to go a little bit ahead of time, and she fouls it off. And
there you see it right there. That's exactly why you got to be careful when you're pitching to Hill. She turns on that one and drives it. She puts that into play, and that's going to be trouble.
1-2 the count. And that pitch will be high upstairs for ball 2. And Caitlin's going to have to be careful here in the pitch, like you mentioned. I know that she did that earlier with Jossie Amos, put one right over the meat of the plate and paid for it. And Hill does hit one. It's going to drop shallow right field past second base, and looks like Larson's going to bobble it a little bit, and that'll be a double.
Nice piece of base running there by Hill. Takes a turn at first base, keeps her eyes on the fielder, and once she sees Larson bobble it, she scoots over to second. And you see the athleticism, just how quickly she's able to get down the line there. That's just a testament to what we were talking about earlier. Hill, tremendous athlete.
This should bring up Alicia Velasquez to the plate. Let's double check that.
Looking for a number on this new hitter.
I've got a different number from her. Do you even have that player on here?
I don't have number 11 on my lineup here, so.
Yeah, we have a discrepancy on who's at the plate.
I believe that. Let's see here. Where's your list that Ron gave you? Try to get a name for you on this. New hitter at the plate. This will be the first time tonight. And Maisie Heath's going to talk to her because she didn't get out of the way. The catcher wasn't able to make the throw down to third, and just warning her about obstruction. I believe this is Autumn Kosen. Is it Kosen or Kosei? I want to say Kosei, but it looks like Kosen. I believe that's who that. I believe this is our first baseman. It's either the first baseman or the second baseman, Alicia Velasquez. But can't be Velasquez because we got a different number for her. Wish we could just ask her.
So we've got a full count here.
If Ron hasn't dropped dead yet, we'll see if we can get him to figure out who this is.
And that'll be ball 4, placing our mystery batter on first base. We'll bring up who I'm sure is Nadine Beatty to the plate.
Nadine.
And Coach Phil's going to have a talk with the crew, infield crew on the mound, bring everybody in.
So Nadine hitting in the 6th spot. Alicia Velasquez was hitting in the 5 spot. And Velasquez was playing second base. So that's our second baseman. That's got to be, well, no. Yeah. It's got to be the new second baseman, which
is Alicia Velasquez. That's who I have.
Well, she
wearing
was
a different jersey.
I have her starting at second, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure what happened there. So we'll see if we can sort it out for you. But Beatty steps in after the Yellow Jackets have a conference. This one off the inside of the handle. Carlson goes back and makes the grab.
Nice grab by Amanda Carlson playing first base. A pitch that was hit, foul ball behind the first baseman and caught.
Elia
foul ball.
Ethelball is what we're being told is the runner at first base. So Nadine Beatty retired. F3 on the card. And a deep drive left field. And it is home run. What a shot.
That's going to be a 3-run shot.
Josie Amos triggers the, finds one in the wheelhouse, turns on it, drives it to deep left center field, and it is out of here. That's exactly how you draw it up, and with one swing of the bat, the White River Diamondbacks are right back in this contest.
And we'll have to double check the score. Camden, I've got 10-8. We're showing 11-8. I'm not sure who's right or who's wrong, but
yeah, we'll see what the coaches have. Well, Johnson gets shelled on that pitch, and she'll think twice before coming over the meat of the plate again. This one misses, and again, this is a great chance to watch how a young pitcher recovers. And she comes back, finding her spots here, and first one's a little low. This one misses upstairs, or a little high, but she gets the swing and the miss.
I don't know who this batter is. This is the first baseman, the new first baseman.
Ground ball gets through. Left side. Nice piece of hitting there as White River starting to tee off on Johnson here, and that's just a tremendous hit as well. White River really starting to find.
That's Autumn Kosen, our new first baseman for White River.
There we go. There we go. We knew Kosen was coming up somewhere, and that's where she's at in the lineup.
This will bring up Michaela Colby to the plate. She swings on, fouls one off into the backstop. Strike one. And our score is confirmed 10-8. Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets are on top, but White River is coming up quick with only one out here in the top of the 5th inning.
So even more dramatic was that home run, pulling them to within 2. Chopper back to Johnson. Johnson goes to second, but Smith can't hang on to the ball, and so they are unable to get the force out at second base. Looked like, I don't think Smith was even touching the bag with her foot. Didn't quite get there in time, and so the Jackets missed opportunity here. And that's always tough for a pitcher. You know, you get the ground ball, should be an out, and they are unable to execute the play. So instead of having 2 outs in the inning there and only 1 runner at first, they have runners at first and second with only 1 out.
Bringing up Whitney Lister to the plate, 2 for 3 on the afternoon. A pair of singles and a strikeout.
Lister can help her cause out here.
Ball in the dirt, pass ball is going to send the runners over to second and third, and they'll stand up safely.
Puts the tying run at second. Lister represents the go-ahead run at the plate. Lister's got some home run power. We'll see if she can turn on one here.
And she's going to hit a grounder up the middle side over to the short side, and actually that's going to be caught by Kira Smith. Nicely fielded, and she'll throw it over to make the play at first. That will bring 1 run around to score, though, bringing the score to 10-9.
Good placement on the ball. That one back up the middle. Smith does a good job getting to it, but doesn't have a play at the plate. Has to go to 1. They get 2 outs on the play, a run across, and the White River Diamondbacks down by a run now. Pulled to within 1. The tying run stands at third.
And now we have Leilani Lister at the plate, 0 for 1. Hit by a pitch, a walk, and a ground out. She's done a great job of getting on the bag, though. Pitch in, swung on. for a strike. 1-1 the count to Lister. Again, a score of 10-9 here in the top of the 5th inning. 10-9. Blue Ridge is still on top, but only by 1. We've got 2 outs. And the pitch to Lister swung on and missed for strike 2. Game changer, that home run hit.
Yeah, that was big.
And Lister's going to hit a ground dribbler up to second base. Nicely fielded by Sonny Romanos, and that'll retire the side with the out number 3. We'll take a quick break here. You're listening to Shiloh Ford's presentation of Juniors Little League Softball here on iTalk1067.com.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there, and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
Need hats, shirts, or jackets embroidered with your logo? Get custom embroidered products from Little Bluebird Studios. That's right, the company that does the best job screen printing t-shirts and hoodies now offers embroidery. Little Bluebird Studios is a local company with skilled designers that care about your company's image and brand. Call Little Bluebird Studios today, 928-351-7942, or online at littlebluebird.org. Little Bluebird Studios, the company that cares.
Welcome back to Show Low Ford's presentation of Little League Softball here on iTalk1067.com. You're following the wrong person. And we're back here in Lakeside, Arizona, watching the Little League Blue Ridge team take on the White River team. We need to get the field umpire, Deborah James. He's back here at the back. So far here in the bottom of the 5th inning, we've got a score of 10-9. Blue Ridge is on top, and they're going to be stepping up to the plate here in just a second.
Not Ron. We don't want Ron. We want a shot of James. She's the umpire.
And if you're tuning in now to iTalk1067.com, you can see a shot in the backdrop here of our field ump. Well, not anymore. Nope, left. The other ump, not the field ump.
That's Maisie Heath, the plate umpire. We'll see if we can get the field umpire. A little confused. The camera operators haven't quite figured it out. We'll go to Ron Everingham.
Oh, Deborah, sorry.
Yeah, this is Deborah
This
James.
is Deborah
Ron's
James. You
live
guys messed that
here
one up.
with our field umpire, Deborah James.
Okay,
Going to
so
do a quick
Deborah,
interview.
you've probably seen a lot of games in your day. I mean, having being a veteran umpire like you are, this is. Are you up for the moment here? It's 10-9.
I am. This is definitely a tight game, and it'll be exciting to see who wins.
Okay, now you know that we can't have you blowing anything. Okay, we can't have you blowing anything because this means a lot to these girls, and so we need you to concentrate and not be talking to me. Okay.
Okay.
Ready for action again here.
And first pitch in to Michelle is fouled off out of play. She's 1 for 2.
Michelle Basinger is a kid that's been going down to Tucson recently and playing with a club team down there. Been practicing with the club team, and getting anytime she has an opportunity to get reps, she gets them. Always, you'll find her at the field quite frequently, working with her father, Mike Basinger, on pitching, and she's a tremendous pitcher. One of the top pitchers coming out of junior high in the next couple of years.
Got to score at 10-9 here, bottom of the 5th, and Michelle's going to pop up a small hit over to the pitcher. It'll be caught on the ground and thrown over to first base for an out number 1.
Basinger with some speed as well, but not able to beat that one out as it was hit too far back to Lister.
We'll be bringing up Caitlin Johnson to the plate.
Johnson could help her cause out here.
0 for 2. First pitch in is called strike.
1-run lead for the Jackets, hanging on to that 1-run lead. One and one the count now to Johnson, and Johnson's just looking for a way to get on board.
Pitch inside in the dirt. That'll bring the count to 2 balls, 1 strikes. And Whitney Lister now, this will be her third inning pitching. She's thrown 52 pitches so far.
We're going to have to ask in between innings because she's listed at 15 years old, but I don't think she's league age 15. I think she's league age 14 because I don't think she's been limited to 50 pitches in games prior to this.
It's called strike. We got a full count here for Caitlin.
Of course, as you mentioned at the top of the broadcast, both of these umpires, or Coach Martinez are both of these coaches agreeing to let their 15-year-olds go ahead and pitch 3 innings. So, and originally I had thought that White River didn't have a 15-year-old, so that's why I'm wondering whether or not she is league age 15 or if she's league age 14 and just 15 at this point, which makes a big difference in the world of Little League.
Caitlin fouling off a couple of pitches, staying in the battle here with a full count. And again,
popped it up and got away with one there. The catcher couldn't find it.
Got under that one. You can see a whole lot of spin on that ball.
Well, she is timing it right, just underneath it.
Nice movement on that ball. A huge hit by Johnson. Just foul and almost hits our sideline reporter, Ron Everingham, in the head.
Almost does or did. What? It did get him.
Did that get him? Okay.
Got him in the back, our crew is saying.
Man.
Ron's going to leave in a hurry. That's the last time we'll get an interview on the sideline from him.
If you want to catch And Johnson will hit one infield. It drops. Is attempted by the first base player, but it had such spin on it. Interesting play there, Camden.
Did she
spun
touch it?
Off.
Okay, they're calling it foul.
They're
yeah,
calling that foul. Okay, we weren't sure if she touched that or not. I guess she did not, and that rolls off foul.
Wait, she's not out, is she? Oh, they're going to courtesy run for her. I got you.
Oh, no. Yeah,
I
so
thought
she is on. Okay.
So the first baseman must have touched it. It's the only thing I can think. But they got a courtesy runner in, and now Deborah James is going to call the home plate umpire over, Maisie Heath, to have a conference to find out what the call should be. That ball landed fair and then spun foul before the bag, which that should be a foul ball unless the first baseman touched it. But we'll see what this young umpiring crew comes up with here. Heath kind of smiling. She's going to walk over to Blue Ridge's head coach, Phil Martinez, and have a conversation with him. Oh, they say it hit the bag. And so the White River coach is arguing the call. But home plate umpire says, nope, it hit the bag, so fair ball. And so Johnson gets the first base hit, her first base hit of the evening. And that the first baseman down there for White River's wishing she had caught that one now.
Now we have a courtesy runner, Tegan Mink, on the first base bag. She's going to take off running with a steal. She gets in just in time. Nice throw by the catcher for the White River team, and I'm assuming that's still Sharice Dazen.
Darian Hill, the shortstop, puts the tag on, but just a little too late. Caldwell at the plate for Yellow Jackets. Called strike.
Caldwell 2 for 2, had a walk earlier and then a pair of singles.
No balls, 2 strikes to Caldwell. Behind in the count here. Runner at second. Just one out here.
And she
couldn't decide on it. Was a little late and then offers late on it and misses it.
Bringing up Sunny Romanos.
Game 1 of our doubleheader here tonight.
Romanos will foul off the first pitch on the first base side.
See a shot of Mink, the courtesy runner, who's at second base at the moment. Should be 2 outs. We'll upgrade our graphic for you here in a second.
And Romanos fouling that one off the third base side.
Hit our truck.
Over the dugout.
Hit the broadcast trailer.
We heard that from here.
Yeah. That's not fair. She ought to be out for that.
Score still 10-9. Bottom of the 5th, 2 outs. No balls, 2 strikes to Romanos.
Time's called as a ball ends up on the field here. Oh, they
threw the ball
back. It back in play, yeah. Throw it out to James.
Pitch inside for ball 1, and that's going to send Mink over to third base with a steal.
Boy, if I was Mink, I'd take off right now. Catcher, pitcher both turn their back. Home plate. Catcher's 10 feet away from home plate. Good chance right there to get a run across.
And Sonny will foul that one off again. Lister's got such natural movement on her ball coming in.
Yeah, I don't think she's trying to throw a screwball there. Great change.
Nice change up.
She's got that one working.
That'll take Romanos out swinging for out number 3, and we'll retire this side. That's the end of the 5th inning. We'll be right back. You're listening to Sholo Ford's presentation of Little League Softball here with the juniors playing on iTalk1067.com.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu.
It's easy to see why the Ford F-150 is the #1 selling truck in America. For more than 40 years, no other truck has even come close. And Sholo Ford is hands down the best place to buy your next vehicle. Just take a look at Guy Hatch's promise. He won't be beat on any deal on any new Ford in the state of Arizona. And on top of that, you'll get a lifetime engine warranty. Go to SholoFord.com or visit them on the east end of the Deuce. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year.
Welcome back to Lakeside, Arizona. You're watching and listening to the Little League Juniors softball game here presented by Sholo Ford. Watching Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets take on White River Juniors teams. White River representing the Diamondbacks jerseys today. Score of 10-9 here at the top of the sixth. And as we kick off this sixth inning, Northland Pioneer College wants to remind you that when it comes time to start off your college education, you choose the college with the lowest tuition rate in Arizona. That's Northland Pioneer College. And we want to welcome Ron Everingham to the backstop here.
Yeah, Blake, I got some great stories after getting hit by that softball, and not really.
That was a close call
it's
over
a good
there.
game. Camden's going to take over interviewing specialties.
And we'll remain with Caitlin Johnson on the mound, number 8 for the Yellow Jackets. We should be bringing up Sharice Dazen to the plate. Dazen came in after the third inning of play, 0 for 1 so far with a strikeout, so this will be her second time up to the plate to see Johnson. Here we go, kicking off the top of the sixth inning here. Swing on and miss by Dazen for the first pitch, strike one. And we've had some great hitting here by both teams. And reflecting that in our score this afternoon, 10-9. 1-1 the count to Dazen. And the 1-1 pitch in the dirt. That'd be ball 2.
43 miles an hour.
The count now. You know, Ron, I always wonder, I've seen, you see this a lot in softball. These girls will wear the face mask while they pitch, and I got to wonder if that ever gets in the way or if it's ever a distraction. And
you know, this pitcher even has the sunglasses on.
And that's going to be slap hit out into the outfield.
What a catch.
And nice catch by Natalie Larson, running in and grabbing that right before it drops. Nice catch by right fielder Natalie Larson on that. for out number 1.
You know, she did what you want outfielders to do, and that is as soon as the ball's off the bat, getting a jump on the ball. And if she wouldn't have jumped on that one, she would have never been able to catch that.
And we're going to go over to our sideline reporter now, Camden Smith. Camden?
Hey, thanks, Blake. We're here with Nadine Beatty, who was a freshman this past year at Blue Ridge High School and started as a freshman for the Blue Ridge High School team. And Nadine, what do you think about this game so far?
It's going good right now, and we need more runs.
Well, you guys are just down a run, and you guys have been hitting the ball fairly well. Haven't seen a home run from you yet, but we're expecting to see one anytime.
Yeah, probably after her.
She's up next, so we'll let her go. But Nadine Beatty, great job today, and we look forward to watching you.
Thanks, Camden. And if you missed that, that was Darian Hill up at the plate. She had a pop out over to shortstop, and that was caught nicely by Kira Smith, bringing 2 outs to the plate. Now we've got Alicia Velasquez up to the plate. She's 0 for 2, and a wild pitch thrown by Caitlin Johnson for ball 1. Thankfully, no one's on base for the Blue Ridge team, so no harm, no foul there. 10-9 still our score here.
You know, Blake, I've been out and about, and I noticed sitting down in Camden's spot, I see a lot of snacks over here. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I didn't get that many snacks.
And Velasquez is going to put the ball in play over to shortstop, but Kira Smith will make a nice play out number 3 nice throw over to first base, and that'll retire the side. We'll take a quick break.
Did he save us
here.
any? Did he save us any?
I didn't even know he ate those. I'm sitting here starving, and I had no food, and now I see empty wrappers, so that's interesting. So. So we'll take a quick break here. You're listening to Shola Ford's presentation of Little League Softball on iTalk1067.com.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there, and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
Need hats, shirts, or jackets embroidered with your logo? Get custom embroidered products from Little Bluebird Studios. That's right, the company that does the best job screen printing t-shirts and hoodies now offers embroidery. Little Bluebird Studios is a local company with skilled designers that care about your company's image and brand. Call Little Bluebird Studios today, 928-351-7942, or online at littlebluebird.org. Little Bluebird Studios, the company that cares.
Welcome back to
we know who that is.
Show Ford's presentation of
Ask her
Little
about
League Softball. We got
Joey
Camden
Casso.
Smith on our camera here. Camden, who are you talking to over there?
We got Drew Caldwell here. And, Drew, we've been commenting about your wheels, just how fast you are getting around the bases. Does that come from your mom or your dad?
We know
both.
that.
They both did track, and so they were really fast.
Well, it shows here this evening. We saw you make a great catch out here in center field, and it seems like your coach utilizes you for your speed.
Yeah, he really does. He always puts me out in center or slaps. So
you've been slapping for how long?
This is my second year. So I started last Little League year. So.
Okay, and you guys have played White River quite a few times. What are your thoughts on White River? They seem to bring a pretty good game.
Yeah, they're really good. They bring a lot of competition, and so.
Your teammates are trying to get you to laugh?
Yeah, you're embarrassing me.
White River really is a good team, though. You and some of these players you've played with before. Did you play with Darian Hill?
Yeah, she's really good. She was a pitcher and shortstop.
She was on your junior high team?
She wasn't on my junior high team. She was on my last Little League team.
Okay, very good. All right. Well, Drew Caldwell, what's your prediction for the end of this game?
Hopefully we win. We come back right now. Hoping.
All right, very good. That's Drew Caldwell. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Blake.
Thanks, Camden. And, of course, Blue Ridge is on top, 10-9 here, coming into should be the bottom of the 6th inning.
I'm staying.
And we should have Kiera Smith up to the plate first. She's 1 for 2 in the afternoon. She got hit by a pitch last inning. Last inning she was up, Ron, and Camden and I were commenting that was a rough at bat. She got hit by a pitch, gets on first base. The next batter hits it into her, and then gets hit again.
Ouch.
I mean, that doesn't happen much.
Man. But sideline reporters don't get hit by balls very often either. So.
That rarely happens, yeah. First pitch inside, called strike.
Kiera is, quite the athlete. She was a 3-sport athlete for Blue Ridge, I do believe.
Okay, Blake,
for
I'm
sure,
ready when you are.
volleyball, basketball, varsity.
And the pitch swung on again, strike 2. Let's take it over again to Camden Smith. He's got an interview for us.
All right, thanks, Blake. I'm with Rebecca James, and Rebecca's been playing behind the dish tonight. Rebecca, doing a great job behind the dish. Is that your favorite position?
Yes, it is.
And why do you like it so much?
I like it because I can see the whole game, and I feel like I can really contribute.
All right, and we've noticed that you've had some pretty good luck hitting here. It seems like you've hit better than you have in games prior to this. What do you attribute that to?
Well, this week I've been at a hitting camp, and I've been perfecting my swing, so I think that's really helped me and to be more aggressive.
Well, you had a great hit to the base of the fence. Just a few more feet, that ball's out. Are you looking for a home run tonight?
I don't know. I try not to focus on hitting a home run because then my swing gets messed up.
Good answer. So we asked Drew Caldwell who she attributes her speed to. We're going to ask you, who do you attribute your hitting prowess to? Your mom or your dad?
Probably my dad.
Okay. Your mom's going to be upset with you. You know that, right?
Sorry.
That's all right. All right. Rebecca James, we'll go back to you, Blake.
All right, thanks, Camden, and we're back over here.
Mom's not very happy about that answer, Blake.
I don't know. Kiera's fouled off several pitches, battling the count with Whitney Lister on the mound still for the White River team. And
whoa,
she
nice
nails
rip.
one out
Foul
into
ball.
left field, but that is going to drop just foul, just left of the baseline. And again, that would have been an incredible hit. Just a tad ahead of that pitch.
Dylan, the brother of Kiera's, just giving us a little history, saying that she has hit a home run in junior high. So. And 3 in high school. Wow.
She's got the power. 2-2 the count. Ball swung on and missed in the dirt, but she's going to run, drop third strike, and she'll make it over to first base nicely. Great base running by Smith.
Well, she didn't turn, though.
But she didn't turn and unfortunately gets tagged out.
I don't know. That was a smart play by the first baseman, Autumn Aday, but we have to watch that one on video. I'm not sure that she turned it, that she really had to dive back, but she did turn to the inside, and so therefore she is out. See if Camden Smith can grab a quick interview. I'm wondering if Camden's going to ask her where she gets her speed.
Nice play by the infield of White River again from Adriana Bermudez for out number 2. And we'll go to a quick interview with Camden Smith.
And Kiera Smith just got, you mentioned, he turned towards second instead of turned out.
Yeah, she was telling me to turn and look. I guess I looked too long, and they ended up throwing it first and getting me out.
Got a little too deep down the line to turn and look, yeah.
Yep.
All right, so you tried to get back to the bag. Having a good night. Did a good job pitching tonight. And, Blake and Ron think that you're pretty fast, and so they want to know whether you get that from your dad or your mom.
Neither. They're both pretty slow.
Oh!
Wow.
Okay.
Man.
Well,
that's the good follow-up question.
Yeah.
You always get the real truth
Kiera,
from the kids.
Good job so far tonight. What's your prediction on this game?
I think we're going to make a comeback. Yeah, I'm pretty confident.
All right, thanks a lot, Kiera. We'll go back to you, Blake.
There you go, and that was out number 3 we just watched. We'll take a quick break here. You're listening to Sholo Ford's presentation of Little League Softball here on iTalk1067.com.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu.
It's easy to see why the Ford F-150 is the #1 selling truck in America. For more than 40 years, no other truck has even come close. And Sholo Ford is hands down the best place to buy your next vehicle. Just take a look at Guy Hatch's promise. He won't be beat on any deal on any new Ford in the state of Arizona. And on top of that, you'll get a lifetime engine warranty. Go to SholoFord.com or visit them on the east end of the Deuce. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
And welcome back to Lakeside, Arizona, Sholo Ford's presentation of Little League Softball. We got Camden Smith with a sideline interview over here. Camden?
All right, thanks, Blake. We're with Angie Caldwell. And, Angie, we had a debate as to whether or not Drew got her speed from her dad or her mom. Any guesses what she said?
Mm-hmm. Her dad.
She actually was pretty good about it. She's pretty political with her answer. She said both.
Good for her.
Yeah, you've trained her well. So Coach Martinez wants to know what happened at first base. Kiera overran the base and got called out because she turned into second. Tell us what happened over there.
I plead the fifth.
Okay. All right, so talk a little bit about, you've been doing this for quite a number of years. Talk a little bit about this Blue Ridge program and how well do you enjoy coaching and things like that?
I love coaching. I act in track and high softball player, but I love the program, and so I dedicate my time and what little talent I have to hopefully trying to build this program.
Well, Angie, we appreciate the work that you do with the kids. You guys certainly do a lot of great things. And last question, Mike is one of those guys that works with us once in a while on this broadcast crew. And when he seems to get a lot of chances to come and do that. Do you enjoy him getting out of the house, or what are your thoughts on that?
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm hoping it becomes a full-time thing.
Hey, well, we can make that happen. So there you go. Mike, if you're listening, there you go. Blake, back to you.
Thanks, Camden. And we are back at the plate. Nadine Beatty up to the plate for the White River team. Here's the last inning, top of the 7th. Score 10-9. Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets on top, remain on top. First pitch in, called strike. Beatty 0 for 2 this afternoon so far. Johnson pitching around 48 pitches so far this game. And next pitch is in the dirt. 1-1 the count. Nice hit by Beatty, and that'll drop. Just foul off the first base line. Would have been a hit.
40-mile-an-hour ball taken to opposite field. I'm getting a little distracted by the food talk in the other ear, but
yeah, that's all you can think of.
Yeah, if she gets around a little quicker, she's gonna really do herself well.
And that time she does, but gets under it just a little bit too much. Pops it up over to the second base, Sunny Romanos, but she will not get back in time to make the catch. And so that'll be an infield base hit for Beatty. That's what this White River team is looking for right now. They got to get runners on the bag, or this is it.
Nice pitch there. Spin on the high and inside. Strike.
Josie Amos up at the plate had a huge hit earlier, a double, and then hits a home run over the fence. A game changer, actually, for this White River team. And she gets a hold of that one. Nice shot over to Kira Smith. She's going to make the play over at second base, called force out. Will get the lead runner. Fielder's choice.
Well, with one out, 10-9, White River needs to put together a couple. They got the lead run on it up to bat now.
This should be Joy Altaha up at the plate.
Nice play there by Sonny Ramirez. Nice shot of the tying run there on second base. I think that takes us to 2 outs there.
2 outs, top of the 7th. Michaela Colby got to make something happen here. Nice changeup pitch by Johnson. Runner in scoring position for the White River team, looking to tie things up. That pitch hits the outside corner, called strike, and I don't know that Colby agrees with that call, but as she looks back at the home plate ump, but
well, she's down to 2 strikes. She's going to have to, well, then she takes a swing at a high pitch and fouls it off.
And that's a good call, though. You got to be protective of the plate when the game's on the line at this point. You got 2 outs, 2 strikes against you, and there's a wide strike zone here. You know, you can't take chances with a called third strike.
Base hit should score a run, should score a tying run, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
And the pitch.
Foul ball. Ooh, that was close.
Fouled back into the backstop. And like you said, a base hit scores a run. Josie Amos quick on the running on that contact like she should be. Made it all the way around to third, I think, before that thing hit the backstop.
Yeah, she's really getting a good jump, which is great. With 2 outs and 2 strikes, she should be going.
Nice changeup pitch in. Drop third strike, though. Rebecca James will make the throw down to first. Make the throw out.
Game.
And that'll do it. Final score 10-9 here in the top of the 7th inning. As the first of 2 games to come is finished, we'll take a break here, and then we'll come back here on italk1067.com and catch the second of 2 games that are back-to-back against this Blue Ridge and White River team and the Little League Juniors series that we have going on right now. You're listening to Sholo Ford's presentation of Little League Softball on italk1067.com.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
Welcome back to Show Low Forward's presentation of Little League Softball on iTalk1067.com. And Ron, we got a couple things to mention here, and one of those is going to be our Beeler Orthodontics straight line drive of the game. Live to smile, love your smile. And man, there was a lot of hitting today. In fact, that's all we're going to talk about right now. A couple of honorable mentions, but the straight line drive of the game, and there's a couple of toss-ups here. One, you got a couple of huge doubles. One of those being Rebecca James at the bottom of the fourth inning, hits a double to left field fence, brings around 2 to score. Then you've got one in the top of the third for the White River team, Josie Amos. And I think we're going to have to give Josie Amos the straight line drive of the game because she goes around then in the top of the fifth and hits a home run over the fence shot to bring around 3 to score after that shot. So Josie Amos, nice job.
Congratulations.
In the hitting today. Huge hit, straight line drive of the game. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile. That's Beeler Orthodontics. And so we'll go over here to Deemer's Glass, smooth as glass play of the game. And, there was a lot of plays the game today, a lot of great defensive plays. But I have to give this one to Kiera Smith. She had a great play over here at shortstop of a hit that was hit in the gap. It should have been between shortstop and the actual bag of second base, and she had a great job of running over. She saw the hit, ran right over, grabbed that thing, was offensive, took an offensive approach. You know what I mean? She didn't wait for the ball to come to her, and if she hadn't have done that, she would not have been able to get the runner over at first base, but she did do that. She got the throw over in time, and so made the play. So Deemer's Glass, smooth as glass play of the game, that's going to go to Kiera Smith for that nice place between shortstop and first. So Deemer's Glass, need glass for your home or business. Deemer's Glass in Lakeside is hands down the best place to call. Quality glass at affordable prices. Deemer's Glass, call 1-888-GLASSMAN, and that's Deemer's Glass. And so, Ron, the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store player of the game, man, that was a tough one. There was a lot of great players out here today, a lot of great hitting. But the player of the game is brought to you by the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store. For the best selection of hiking, hunting, fishing, camping gear on the mountain, go to the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store, south of Pine Top on Highway 260. And that player of the game, I think we're going to have to go with Rebecca James. Her bat was hot tonight, huge in hitting, huge in scoring, and great job behind the dish all night long. And, of course, we saw the winning play there. Dropped third strike. She makes the throw over, a tough pitch in there to catch, but she makes the throw over to first base, hitting the final out. And
congratulations to Rebecca.
There you go, Rebecca James. You're our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store player of the game. So you're listening to Little League Softball, presented by Show Low Ford on iTalk 106.7, KNKI Pine Top, Show Low, and on 102.5 Pine Top at Kopaniki Communication Station. We're going to take a quick break here, and we will be back with a second game between these two teams, the White River Diamondbacks represented and Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets today.
This has been Show Low Ford's presentation of local sports on iTalk 106.7, KNKI Pine Top, and iTalk1067.com. Local sports are also brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Black Diamond Auto Glass, Sunrise Park Resort, Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store, Deemer's Glass, Beeler Orthodontics, Summit Regional Medical Center, and Octopus Car Wash. This broadcast has been a copyrighted production of iTalk 106.7 and Country Mountain Airwaves at Kopaniki Communication Station. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of this broadcast without expressed written consent of iTalk 106.7 or Country Mountain Airwaves is strictly prohibited. For more information on this game and other games around the region, go to iTalk1067.com.